Namaskaram, Vanakkam. This is Onieyk here,
Bienvenidos, I'm Israel.
and welcome to another episode of
Chisme Chai.
Chisme Chai. So, I know we did our introduction video,
Mm-hmm.
and what do you want to start off today? I was thinking we'll start with something basics.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it like the whole of Mexico just speaks one language, Spanish? Because that's what I believe, and then maybe people know English as well, like everywhere, and because you guys are very close to United States. So, yeah, like could you just help me understand? Is it like
So the border. Okay, so starting backwards, English is spoken in Mexico, and it's more so the border towns and the tourist areas are that speak that fluent English part.
okay?
You know, those border states, Chihuahua, all those right there that touch the U.S. border.
There's a place called Chihuahua.
Yes.
I thought that was a dog.
And it's not the mascot for, and it is the mascot for Taco Bell too.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but yes, there is a place from Chihuahua, and that place called Chihuahua, and believe it or not, the food there is good. But that's a different topic. And but going further with our languages, Mexico has 69 distinct languages, and a lot of those languages are indigenous.
Okay.
And so, but the top three are Spanish,
Okay.
Nahuatl,
Okay.
and Maya.
Okay. Do they all sound similar or like?
Not at all.
Oh.
They do not sound similar at all.
Hmm.
And actually, Nahuatl is still spoken by about 800,000, 900,000 people in Mexico.
Oh, that's
Still speak that
Yeah.
language. And I actually here where we live, people still speak that too as well.
Oh, okay.
So, and Maya, just a little brief history. Legend goes that my great grandfather on my dad's side, he actually didn't speak Spanish. He spoke Maya.
Oh,
They were
okay.
from the southern part of Mexico.
Is it like Maya is like the Mayan
Yeah.
settlers? Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
Mayan civilization. Yeah. No, Mexico really takes care of their rich culture, their pyramids, their the Mayans ruins, all that. They take care of that very, very well. But 69 distinct languages, just like here in the U.S.
Right.
Here in the U.S., the major language is the English.
Yes.
But we have a melting pot of everything: German, French,
Mhm.
Italian, and our Native American, languages: Cherokee, Sioux. All
I've never heard like someone speak a native Indian language like
Oh,
Cherokee or something.
Oh yeah. My kid actually goes to school with someone who speaks Cherokee, and he speaks fluent Cherokee.
Oh wow.
It's really
I
neat
think we
experience.
should try and get someone like that because okay, Cherokee, I know the G. Okay.
Yeah.
And after moving to Oklahoma, I know there's this whole
Yeah.
tribe area.
And Mexico is, it's developing into a first world country, into a major export down the language. It brings in these different countries from around the world to do business in Mexico. Since everyone's learning German, everyone's learning Italian.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Is it just the Mexico City which is like a major city and like everything else like is how is it like?
No. So
Okay.
it's similar to the United States. The United States has 50 states and additional territories, and that one territory, the District of Columbia. Mexico has 31 states
Okay.
with that extra Mexico City. That Mexico City is that federal entity.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, the biggest state is Chihuahua, Mexico. And it's mostly desert, but it's big,
Okay. That's quite interesting, Chihuahua. I'm gonna go and look it up and see what exactly it is. So just super curious now that we had this conversation. But now,
So now, please tell me that the beautiful country of India is not filled with scammers and call centers.
no, it is not. So first and foremost, I think a lot of people just think India is either where people speak in Hindi or Punjabis because the Sikh people who wear turbans on their head, right? But that's not how it is. So first and foremost, India has 28 states, 8 union territories, and when it comes to languages, it's like crazy. We have 121 recognized languages, and the southern states have their official languages, which is like the state where I grew up was Tamil Nadu, which has Tamil. The state which is my native is Karnataka, where we speak Kannada, and then there's Telugu, there's Malayalam, there's Punjabi, there's Gujarati, and so on and on.
Wow.
So the
We'll be here all night.
so every state is going to have like a different language, different culture, the way people dress. There are variations, the food, even the union territories. Very interesting. So we have this thing called as union territories, where there are some of these regions are like part of other countries as well. Like Pondicherry, which is in Tamil Nadu, has a French kind of a bond. They are bound to the French government as well. So a lot of the people that who've been there for generations usually hold citizenship to both France and India. So it's a very interesting thing, and you will see a lot of the French people living out there. There are different pockets or union territories around India where you have the Spanish or the French. So that's how it is. But if you go a little more depth about languages, I know you were like worried about 121, but there are 19,000 different kind of dialects the way you speak. Maybe it's like, when I say dialects, it's like the southern accent versus something from New York is different the way you speak it. So between the 121 languages, they have 19,000 different dialects the way they speak it. So yeah, it's a lot. It's so crazy. Growing up, I've done quite a lot of traveling around the country, but I don't think so. A lifetime would be sufficient to go and get to know every single culture.
So Hindu is the major language in India.
Oh no, so it's not Hindu. So Hindu is a religion.
Hindi, excuse me, sorry. Hindi is the major language. Sorry.
Yeah, so the northern states. So I'm going to slightly differ because I'm from the southern state. Okay. So
you eat meat, right? You eat meat, right?
Yeah, we eat everything. So yeah, I was eating meat along with you.
Yeah.
So most of the northern states, they speak Hindi for conversation purposes. But then the southern states like Tamil Nadu, Tamil is something which is spoken locally. So is with Karnataka, where they speak Kannada, Kerala, which they speak. I know it sounds like all just noises, but then these are names of states. And yeah, you guys would have heard about Bengaluru, Chennai, Mumbai, Hyderabad. So these are some of the cities from the southern states. Like pretty powerful cities. Amazing stuff. Yeah, that's the Indian demographics to a certain extent.
That's it's really eye-opening to see all this, because we have other friends that are Indian too as well, and they talk about India too, and it's you just keep going on and on and on and on because India has so much to offer. Now, does India have like a federal entity?
So I think when you say federal entity, like, is it like tied to another government, or like how do you define?
A piece of territory protected by the federal government. Where all the Congress, where all your
that's one of our union territories, which I think is Delhi. So I think that should be a part of it. I'm not very sure. So people, if you know a little more about it, like just talk about it. It's Delhi is the federal end. But yeah, Delhi is a union territory city by itself. But that's where our main parliament and are based out of. So
and it's a neat experience to see. If you get into a conversation with any Indian citizen, you won't stop. You won't stop. Just like any culture. But see, India is just. We've spoken to many of our good friends who are Indian, and they go on, and they bring one thing up and another thing comes up, and it just keeps going on and on. Not compatible. Yeah. But it goes on and on that makes you want to go. Yeah. Because we were speaking to one of our good friends, and I was like, man, we gotta go. And I don't know about all that. There's just so many people in India. And he's like, I don't know if you want to do all that. I'm like, we gotta do it at least once. So
yeah, so it does have a lot of people, but it's pretty safe. Like, having moved to the States, I think before I moved to the central area, like Oklahoma or something, having lived in Atlanta, it was a different experience. Every city has given me a different experience. It's the same with India, but one thing that has been somewhat like very, very similar between both our cultures, that is Mexican and Indian, is um, that very transparent or thin lines when it comes to just boundaries. Like, we, you, when you become a friend, or like my parents when they're here, or like whenever they are around us, they would just like walk in and talk to us. Like they don't have this barrier or like a restriction. Like, I would just go into my friend's house and say, hey, what's for dinner, and then just eat with them. And yeah, that's one thing which is different when you make friends here in North Americas. Maybe not with Mexico for sure, because I had a lot of wonderful Hispanic friends, and you are one of my great friends now. So yeah,
it's not that it's different. It's just in Mexico it's similar.
Okay.
It's similar. You would go in and hey, how's it going? Come over for dinner. And you would tell your neighbor, come over for dinner, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And my daughter's little friend, they're really great friends. They're like best friends. She's Indian, and every day she invites me over for dinner. I'm like, hey, I can't just walk into your house and eat. See, in India, that's normal. In India, it's very, the hospitality is above. And every time I go to Oniyeck's house, no more food. Like,
it's the same. I mean, he's always fed me. I've been putting up like a couple of.
We've been putting both of us.
Yeah. So,
but their hospitality and when. If it's like that here in the United States, I can't imagine what it's like in India. So.
Yeah, so that's the thing I'm saying. Like, even though it has a lot of people, yes, there are pockets where you might feel it's so different, because I know we're touching on the point of like traveling and all that. So people will look at you differently when you go from even the bigger cities in India to a smaller town. Like, me dressed up like I still dress up like a teenage boy from time to time. So last time when I went, there were like a bunch of boys who were like maybe in their early, who kept looking at me. I was not a hot chick or anything of that point, but then people do look. It doesn't mean they're looking at you with an intention. It's just that they also look at you as like, who's this person?
Yeah.
Or people usually want to have a conversation. And I've had a lot of conversation, because people always saw me as an outsider whenever I went to some remote places around India. People would like happily, if I said hi to them, I would get offered like a food and a meal and space in their house. So that's how it has been. So
and it's the same thing in Mexico. When I go to Puebla, that's where our family's from, is Puebla, Mexico. When we go, people stare at me. People really do stare at me by the way we dress, by the way we act, by the way. In Puebla, Mexico, not everyone's tall or big.
Right.
So when they see a tall, big person like me, they're like, who's this guy? So it's the same way in Mexico. Everybody wants to either strike up a conversation or learn, see who you are. So it's similar aspects.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. So this conversation about like getting people to know about. It's not just one language or one state, one big country. So
it's not all about call center that are scams either.
Yeah. all the cartels and everything running around in Mexico. That's what I felt. So yeah, misconception check. We have cleared that out. It's not all scam call centers. It's not all cartels out there in India or in Mexico. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you guys in another episode. Do you want to say something?
You hit it, and everything's good.
What do you say for goodbye in
Adios?
Spanish?
Adios?
Adios.
Adios?
Adios.
So how do we say it in Hindi?
Chalo dekhte hain. My Hindi is bad, okay? So I do speak different languages from India. So in my mother tongue, it is going to be hogi battene. That's going to be tough, but you can try it.
We'll practice that together.
Yeah, you need to ask.
What is it?
It's hogi battene.
Hogi battene.
Yeah, it means I'll see you soon.
Oh,
so
hogi battene.